Okay, so I'm finally ready to do my pack and what's in it. And I'm still debating about a couple things, but I think I'm pretty good with the basics. So we're going to start with clothing. What I'm going to be wearing basically every day on the trail. My Loa boots. I have my gaiters. These are Dirty Girl gaiters. I have socks and liners. These are the liners, Fox River. And the socks, Darn Tough socks. I have extras of those, and I'll go through that in a minute. I will be wearing, these are Outdoor Research sun gloves, but any sun gloves will do. I also wear some sun sleeves, which help keep the sun off my arms, because I like to hike in a short sleeve shirt. So this is actually an Under Armour running shirt. And I really like it because the sleeves are long and they protect the upper arm from burning. And then with the sun sleeves, that covers the complete arm, and the sun gloves. So you're really well protected from the sun. So there's that. And then I like to wear crop pants to hike. This is just a pair I got at Sam's or someplace like that. And they're really lightweight, they dry quickly. They're cargo, so they've got lots of pockets, and I like that to be able to stuff my snacks and my lip balm and that kind of stuff in it. The hat is a Columbia hat. It's really dorky, but it keeps the sun out of my face and my eyes, and it has a little strap to help hold it on when you are in like really windy weather on top of a lot of the passes. Underwear, I wear ex officio underwear, and then just a sports bra from Academy Sports. So that's the basics of what I have on my body. And then I also have this Columbia long sleeve sun shirt, which I a lot of times would just layer over the top of the short sleeve shirt if it was just a little bit cool or a little bit windy. That helped that way. Other times when it was warm, I could wear just this and not the sleeves. So it was really kind of a toss-up as to which one I wore or when I wore it. My sunglasses are Cocoon glasses, sunglasses. They go over the top of my glasses, and that way my eyes are protected. And because I can't go without glasses, I would walk off the mountain or into the mountain or into the stream or whatever. So those are important for me. Extra clothing that I have packed in one of these clamshells from Hyperlight Mountain. I have an extra pair of socks and an extra sock liner. I have my hooded Patagonia lightweight thermal that I can sleep in or wear around camp in the evening when it's cool. Really feels good, and it's nice and toasty. Extra pair of pants. These are long pants that zip off, so they're convertible. These I got, these are also Columbia. Got these at REI. And I have a long sleeve sun shirt. Again, this is, I'm not sure what brand this is. Oh, there it is. It's Under Armour, and I use this for sleeping, along with a pair of really light base layer pants. These are REI brand. And then I have a pair of sleeping socks. These are just for sleeping in or for wearing around camp, but they stay clean and dry for me to sleep in. And an extra pair of panties. So that's the clothing for the basic clothing. For extra clothing as far as warmth goes and water crossing. Water crossing, I use Keen sandals. These I just put on the outside of my pack. I can attach them with this Velcro strap. They're light, they're easy for water crossings, and then I can wear them at night in camp. For rain gear, I have a Marmot really lightweight jacket. It's a rain jacket. I really like it. It's got a hood, and it also has pit zips. So you can stay a little cooler, especially if you're wearing it to fend off the mosquitoes or whatever, and it's warm, but you need coverage, then you can use those pit zips. The rain pants are North Face. I wore these quite a bit last year around camp, again when the mosquitoes were out. Also just for warmth when it was cold and windy. They were a nice pair of wind pants. Gloves, I have the Cirrus gloves. They're waterproof. Haven't used them yet, so I don't know whether I'm going to like them. I think I probably will. I have a knit hat, and I have a buff, neck buff, and my Patagonia, it's called a sweater, what's it called?
Sweater jacket.
It's a down sweater, I think is what they call
Down
it.
sweater.
And although it is a jacket, and it's very lightweight and very toasty. So that's the clothing. Next I'm going to jump over to the sleeping system. This is my quilt, my Enlighten Equipment quilt. Down, it's a 10 degree. Last year we were a little bit chilly, so we wanted to go with something a little bit warmer. So that's my quilt. Pillows, I'm still debating. I'll probably take this one. I got this at REI. I'm not sure. It's a Thermarest, actually, pillow. It will roll up and fold into this little flap here, but I just stuff it in my pack like this. It makes more sense, and it kind of fills in the gaps around some things. So, but it's pretty lofty, and I like it. I've also washed it a couple of times, and it washes really nicely, so that's good. And then I use the Thermarest Pro Light pad that it self-inflates some, and then you can blow it up the rest of the way. I just carry it like this in my pack. Okay, so that's sleeping stuff. Kitchen. Here's our kitchen stuff. We've got our jet boil, and inside the jet boil is the burner and the little converter that has to go onto the gas can. And we have our 2 coffee mugs in here, and our long-handled spoons, if I can find them. And one of the things I've not used before, but I think I'm going to try, is a little sink. It's a kitchen sink, Sea to Summit sink, and I just think I'm going to like it for the fact that we're going to be out on the trail for about 21 days with no going into town. And I'm going to want to wash my hair and, you know, maybe wash out some clothes and things. And I think that that sink is going to be very helpful in that regard. And here's our long-handled spoons. So that's our kitchen all put together. I am taking an extra pan just in case, but I think probably this one will do us until we get to our first resupply, which is being brought into us at Kearsarge. I also I'm carrying the water filter. We use the Gravity water filter. And then I might take this little tarp. I haven't decided yet if we're going to need it. So that's sort of on standby. Sit pad. Again, it's a Thermarest. Taking the Spot so that our family can kind of keep up with where we are and not worry about whether we've been eaten by bears. Tent, here's our stakes. We use the shepherd hook stakes, so I've got those all in there. And then the tent I'm carrying in this little cargo net on the back of my pack. I wanted to be able to, when the tent is wet, which is going to be, I'm afraid, a lot, either from dew or rain or condensation, I want to be able to keep it out of my pack. And I wanted to be able to use this outer pocket for other things like snacks and my jacket, my rain jacket, and so on. So I just bought this little cargo net from a motorcycle supply place, and it works great. It just latches on to the little bungee thingies right here, and it's great. It carries just fine that way. I use the Hyperlight pack. This is the 3400 Southwest Hyperlight, and I haven't used it out in the like on a long distance hike yet, but we've used it on several short ones, and I really, really like it. So I think I'm going to be very happy with that. I'm going to get into toiletries and things here. Got my toilet paper, some dude wipes in there, little spade for digging my cat holes. And before I forget, I do have some trekking poles here. These are the Black Diamond trekking poles, the ones with shock absorbers. Never used them, but had issues last year with my arms getting a little bit sore from the constant pounding of using poles on rock and slab. So I wanted to try these. I think I'm going to like them. I've used them on short hikes and they're good. Okay, now the disaster that I had last year every night in the tent was my bag of stuff. And my poor husband, Sam, would wait patiently while I went in the tent and exploded everything out of my pack and sort of stuffed things in corners. So this year I'm using this little clamshell thing, and it's just got a little bit of everything in it. So I've got my vitamins, I've got my camp towel, I've got some things I'm not going to take, like that, deck of cards. My toothbrush, toothpaste are in here. I want to keep that separate so I can always just grab it out when I need it. Taking along some water tablets just in case for some reason we have an issue with our filter. I don't think that's going to happen. We had no problems last year. But here's an extra filter too. We're taking a second one, again, just in case. My headlamp. This is the Black Diamond headlamp. Used those last year. They were great. The first aid kit is also in here. So I've got some tape, blister tape, some body glide, some ointment here, some Benadryl ointment, because when I get bit by mosquitoes, I really swell up and I have horrible, horrible itching. And this Benadryl ointment really helped me last year with that. Eye drops, matches, bug net, and we have a little bit more of the first aid kit, some band-aids, a little bit of blister tape, my clippers, my nail clippers, and my nails split a lot, so even with clippers I need to use an emery board to kind of file off that little edge so it doesn't keep splitting. So that's in there. Sunscreen for my face. And I have a little bit of night cream, again, for my face, because my skin is so sensitive that if it gets dry, it just really starts peeling off. So I've got some extra moisture night cream that I can use if I get too much sun. We're also I'm taking an extra battery charger. This is the RAV Power, and I can't read the little numbers on it, but it charged last year my cell phone about 4 times, full charge on that. I had my phone in airplane mode when we were on the trail, so that helped, I'm sure, the fact that it wasn't using up so much juice. And then a really clever thing that I saw from somebody else, actually I think it was on the Yahoo group, the JMT Yahoo group, was for glasses. This is a case from Crystal Light, the packets of Crystal Light. And so I've got my extra pair of glasses in here because, again, I really need glasses. And if something should happen to the pair I'm wearing, I have to have another pair. So to protect them and keep them from getting broken, this is just a really great way. You know, it's pretty solid there. It's not going to crack unless you maybe step on it really hard. So basically, that's what I'm carrying in my pack. And of course, I'll have water in the side pockets of the pack. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I have not weighed it yet. I have no idea how much it's going to weigh. But I will let you know at some point how much my pack weighs. So hope this helped a little bit. And you have to take what works for you. I think that's the big thing. And I found last year I took way too many clothes and I didn't need them. So cut way back this year and I think I'm going to be happy. Thank you. Happy hiking.